The Canadian economy is in a period of transition. Over the last 40 and 50 years, the manufacturing and staples industries, which have been the hallmark and pillars of the Canadian economy, have seen sharp decline. This is not exclusive to Canada, though, where Western nations and North America alike have seen manufacturing jobs ship overseas to Southeast Asia and other parts of the world. This has forced policymakers to grasp at how to fill this employment gap. They look to places like Silicon Valley as a beacon of hope, where the new economy is providing entrepreneurship, venture capitalism, and high-paying jobs. A subsector of this new economy is the video game industry, and this is what my research looks at. The video game industry in Canada is the third largest industry worldwide. It employs over 16,000 people and contributed $2.3 billion to the national GDP in 2014. What my research is trying to do is figure out where and when the industry exists, how it came to be today, and what factors, both internal and external, are affecting it. I'm doing this through two approaches, by a big data analysis and through oral interviews. Through the big data analysis, through an online database, I found thousands of games and companies and mapped them over Canada. And I figured out that in Vancouver in the 1980s, the video game industry was born. Then in Montreal in the 1990s, there was a huge surge in video game production. This is followed by Toronto, which had always had a small indie sector, but in the late part of the first decade of the early thousands, we see a huge surge in video game production after the arrival of Ubisoft. Now, the oral interviews provide a different and more nuanced look at this and problematize this industry, which has received a ton of positive press. What they find is that there's a ton of factors that are affecting it, such as internationalization, where a company like Ubisoft in Toronto, a French company, is receiving preferable tax incentives to local companies owned by Torontonians. There's also a huge issue of gender, class, and race problems within the actual employment, where the majority of the jobs that exist in this industry are held by white, middle-class men. I think it's incredibly important to problematize this industry, because while it's incredibly exciting for the future of Canada, there still needs to be addressed the problems that exist in it today. However, what can't be ignored is the fact that the games made in Canada today are extremely fun, and that's something to be excited about. Thank you.